Hello guys, my name is Kiki and welcome to my channel. I've been a crafter for almost 30 years, yeah, that long. But if you want to learn how to decorate your home on a budget while having fun at it, subscribe, hit the like and stay tuned. Today we're making beautiful gnomes and I'm making two of them, a girl and a boy. And you know me, I'm obsessed with the gingerbread theme and I'm also obsessed with gnomes. So I mixed both of them and I came up with a beautiful pair of gnomes. And I made it with lots less money than what they were asking for them. So let's jump into this high-end for cheap DIYs.
DIY number one, and this is going to be the boy gnome. And for this one, I'm going to recreate this beautiful gnome that goes for $23.99 from Etsy. And I'm going to take these cone trees that you can find at Dollar Tree. I'm so sorry, I lost the footage when they had the tinsel. But these ones are the ones that had tinsel on them. Now I'm going to take cream felt, like this one from Walmart, and red felt as well from Walmart. I'm also gonna use rickrack that I got from Walmart, and this is the white one that you can find on the sewing section at Walmart. What I'm gonna do with this thing is, and I'm gonna use this red ribbon for my girl gnome, but that will be later. What I'm gonna do with all of this is I'm gonna embellish them and make it look cuter, and these ones were sent to me by my beautiful friend Sandra. And I'm also going to use this beautiful gingerbread guys that I have also that she sent me. Now I'm going to take the three and I'm going to take this cream felt and we're going to cover it completely like this. As you can see, we have a little space that it is left over, but we're going to cover that as well. Just wait and see. Now I'm going to grab my hot glue and I'm just going to glue it like this. And I'm going to glue it like that on the border, making sure that it is secured. Then I'm going to take more hot glue and I'm going to add it to my fabric or my felt. And I'm going to wrap it on itself. Then I'm going to cut all of this excess. And with that, we're going to cover that leftover piece. Don't worry, you're not going to see this part. But we're going to cover it because I want to make it look finished. So I'm going to add this piece of felt over here. I'm going to glue it like this. Then I'm going to cut all of that excess as well. Now I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue over here in the bottom to secure all of that felt to the bottom. After that, we're going to start decorating. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this faux fur that I got from Amazon. And my Amazon front store is in my description box down below. I'm going to flip it over where I can see the fabric part of the felt, or well, of the fur. And I'm going to make sure that the hairs go down like that, making sure that I'm using the right side of the fabric because we want to use those hairs going down as we are making our gnome's beard. Now I'm going to measure it like this and I'm going to use a pencil or pen and I'm just going to mark it down like that. And also the bottom as well. Then I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to make a triangle with my ruler. Then I'm going to take a box cutter because this is the best way to cut faux fur. And I'm just going to cut the back. And this way we won't get those hairs to be cut and look wonky. Now what I'm going to do, that I have my beard, is I'm going to start working on his vest. And for that I took another piece of felt and I'm just measuring my cone just like this. Then I'm going to make one side of his vest. And as you can see, I went ahead and marked the other one. Then I'm going to start cutting, flip it over, make sure that I'm just on that line and cut it together like this. Now we have both sides and they are looking the same way as you can see over here. Now I'm just placing it, making sure that it is where I want it, like this. Then after we have that, we're going to add some red to the middle, and for that I grab a piece of felt for that. Now we can start covering that part. Let me just cut it like this, and I cut it in half, remove the label. Those labels are so hard to remove. Then I added it. Now I can start gluing it. So I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue over here on the top. And then I'm going to start adding hot glue to the sides like this. I'm so sorry if my voice is sounding a little bit off. I've been sick this past 2 weeks. So I'm just going to start adding more hot glue to the bottom. Then I'm going to cut all of that excess like that. And then I'm going to take my vest and my rickrack, and I'm going to add my rickrack to all the border of my vest. Well, his vest. So I'm just going to start by hot gluing it. Yes, this is a no-sew gnome. This is why this is so fun. And I'm just hot gluing it like this. You can use the fabric hot glue, but I'm just using regular hot glue because on felt, it works perfectly. I'm going to keep on doing this until I have it completely covered like this. Cut the excess, glue that little piece over there. And now we have the vest ready, so we can hot glue it like this. I'm just going to place it over here, make sure that it goes to the bottom like that. Then I'm going to bring back my hot glue, and you will see that I'm adding the hot glue to the vest instead of the cone. I did it to one side, now I'm doing it to the other side like that, making sure that it is glued, making sure that I stuck it where it belongs, like that. And now we have it. So now I'm going to bring back the beard, and you can see it is beautiful. I'm just making sure that I don't have any loose strands here and there. Then I'm going to take some hot glue and glue it to the top like that. And add it over here, making sure that it is stuck over there really well. Just like that. A little bit more hot glue. Just combing it down. Then I'm going to take this beautiful half beads that I have. You can find them at Amazon. And I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue over here. Glue it here for his nose. This is part of the high-end for cheap Get Cozy Together, or Cozy Get Together, that I'm co-hosting with my beautiful friends Johnny and Diane from Deco Easy. And look at this beautiful group. In my description box down below, you're gonna find the links to all of their channels as well as the playlist, so you can go and check out what everyone else made, and also go and check their channels out. You're gonna love them. Now we're gonna keep on moving with our gnome, and I'm taking this smaller foam ball that you can find at Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna find the seam on it. There, I'm gonna cut it using my box cutter like this, and then I'm gonna cut that half ball in half as well. So we need a quarter of a ball. Now I'm gonna take some felt, and I'm gonna add some hot glue instead of on the ball. I'm gonna add it to the felt. Then I'm gonna massage that felt to that ball so it glues really well and it is stuck there and doesn't move. Then I'm gonna cut the excess like this, and I'm adding a little bit of hot glue over there on the top so I can glue it like that. After I do that, I'm gonna cut the excess on the bottom, and I'm gonna add hot glue where it needed. And then when we have that ready, I'm gonna start gluing them to our gnome. And those are his cute feet. Look at that. So cute. Let me add the other one. And this one is taking shape, and look at that. So cute. I'm so in love with it. Now, we're gonna make his hat, because this is not a hat. This is just a cover. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take half of a sheet of felt like this. Then I'm gonna measure it, and then I'm gonna make a cone shape with it. Let me just grab it over here and make a triangle, and then I'm just gonna make sure that this is rounded like this so we can add it to our gnome. And look at that, it is a cone. Now I'm gonna bring back my hot glue, and I'm gonna glue them together like this. And what I did is I just added hot glue to one side, make sure that it is looking coney, and then I add it to my gnome. Then I'm gonna take another piece of felt, and I'm gonna cut just a little piece of it like that, and that will be the brim. Yeah, I think that's the brim of his hat. But first, I'm gonna make sure that the hat fits, and I'm gonna glue it like this, going all around it, just adding a little bit of hot glue here and there. Then I'm gonna take that piece that we just cut, and I'm gonna take some rickrack, and I'm just gonna glue it like this. I'm gonna add hot glue like that, and I'm gonna glue it like this, making sure that I'm not burning my fingers in the process. And then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna glue it to my gnome, just adding a little bit of hot glue in the middle. Then I'm gonna add lots of hot glue to the sides like this, making sure that I'm covering the beard and the sides and the seams. After I finish, I'm gonna go to the back, hot glue it really well like this, and cut the excess and hot glue that part as well. Like that. Cut all the excess, glue it really well, and that's it for this one. Look at that, he's looking so cute. But now I'm gonna take another piece of felt, and here we can see that I'm cutting this square piece so we can make, well, it's a rectangle, so we can make his arms. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it on itself just by adding a little bit of hot glue. Fold it once, more hot glue to the other side, and fold it twice. And we have some sort of thingy that I'm gonna cut in the middle like this, so we have two arms. Let me make sure that I added enough hot glue and that it is glued really well. Then I'm gonna measure them, cut the excess like this, cut the other one using that as a reference, and then we're gonna make his mittens. And for that, I'm using a little piece of felt, and I'm gonna fold it in half. Then I'm gonna cut a roundy kind of shape with a flat top, like that. Then I'm gonna take them, add a little bit of hot glue like this, put that piece in the middle, and sandwich it together like that. And we have an arm with a mitten. Now I'm just taking those beautiful rickrack thingies, and I'm gonna add it to the border like this, cut the excess, glue it like that, and I'm gonna repeat that to the other one. Now I have my two arms, and I'm just gonna glue them like this, adding a little bit of hot glue, making sure that they go a little bit in between the beard and the vest. And that's it. Look at that, so cute. Now let's decorate his hat. And for that, I'm gonna use this gingerbread man. You can use any embellishment from Dollar Tree that you want. So I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue to that gingerbread man, and I'm gonna glue it over here. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue over here, and I'm gonna use the pinching method. It's just adding a little bit of hot glue and holding it together. You can use red pom-poms as the inspiration piece, but mine were in the red from the felt, so I decided to use the white one. And I added it over here, and that's it. And look at this, he's so cute. But I want to know what you think, so let me know in the comments below what you think about this gingerbread gnome. At the end, you will see how much I spent on the both of them.
If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I would love for you to subscribe and become part of our YouTube family. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know how much I love you. In the description box down below, you're gonna find the link to all of my social media, so you can go and check me out over there.
DIY number 2, or our lady gnome, and I'm gonna use this one from Amazon, and this one is so cute. As a reference, I'm gonna take the other cone tree that I have, and I'm gonna cover it with felt, but I'm not gonna cover it completely. You will see, I'm just gonna cover the top part with that cream felt. As you can see, I'm just making sure that I have the cone shape, or the shape that I want, and I'm gonna cut it like this. As you can see, it looks like a cone. Then I'm gonna take my hot glue, and I'm gonna add it over here, glue it to one of those seams, glue the other one to the top of that one, like that, and we have the top part covered. Then we're gonna take red felt. Let me just grab it, and we're gonna take this red felt, and I'm gonna cut it in half, but horizontally, like this. Let me just cut it in half, and we're gonna start making pleats on our felt. Let me remove that tag because they are so hard to remove. And we're gonna make pleats like this. I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue to the front and a little bit of hot glue to the back, pinch it together, and keep on making those pleats. I'm just gonna add hot glue to the front, hot glue to the back, pinch it, hot glue to the front, hot glue to the back, and pinch it until I have my skirt. I have it over here, and now I'm gonna proceed to glue it to one of those plastic thingies that this has. Well, that was a mouthful. And I'm just gonna glue it like this, and then I'm gonna make the back part. Same thing that we did with this one. I'm gonna cut the excess over here, and I'm just gonna glue it like this. Then I'm gonna come back with the other piece to make the back, and I made the same thing, pleats. And I cut the excess. Now I'm gonna glue the other part of the skirt of this beautiful lady gnome. Let me just add a little bit of hot glue here, stick it like this, and keep on adding hot glue until I have reached the end. As you can see, we reached the end. Now I'm just going to cut all of that excess fabric or felt. And then I'm going to make sure that none of that glue shows up. Then I'm going to cut the excess like that. Now she has a skirt. And I'm going to take the rickrack like that. But first, I cut a piece of this felt to be the waistband. I think that's the name for that one. And I added some rickrack, and I'm going to cut all the excess rickrack, and I'm going to add it to her skirt. And as you can see, I'm going all around it like this. Just like this, I'm going to go all around it like that, cutting the excess, just a piece for the front and a piece for the back because the felt wouldn't go all around. So I'm just going to cut the excess over here and then add the other piece to the back. Here you can see it. We have it ready. And now I have my half bead and I'm going to glue it as her nose. And look at that. She's looking so cute. Let's take some more felt and we're going to make the vest thingy. I think those are sleeves, something like that. And I took 2 pieces of this beautiful red felt and I added some rickrack, and now we can glue it like this. And those are like the straps from the jumpsuit, something like that. And I'm just gonna glue it like this, not gluing the top part, just the sides. Let me cut the excess so I can glue it over here as well. And I just cut it and glued it there. Now I'm gonna repeat it to the other side, and I'm gonna add a piece of felt fabric to the front. Yes, I craft as I go. I should have done this before. If you're recreating this, add that piece of red felt first because I had to make sure that I could fit that there. So I'm just gonna cut it, add lots of hot glue, glue it like this. Don't worry if your hot glue shows. When it dries, you cannot see it. Now I'm just gluing them together like this, and as I told you, it was a little bit harder because I didn't start it with that piece. So I'm just gonna glue it over here as well. And look at that, I have to rip that off so I could add it. Now I'm just gonna glue them together like that, and she has a beautiful dress. Look at that, super cute. Now I'm gonna take the other half foam ball and I'm gonna cut it in half as well so we can make her shoes. And for her shoes, I'm gonna do the same thing. Add my hot glue to my felt like this. Massage that felt to the foam ball like that. Cut the excess. Glue the top part like this. And then cut the excess on the bottom. Let me just finish with this so we can cut all the excess on the bottom of the shoe like that. Then I'm gonna add more hot glue to make sure that it is glued. And then I'm going to take the beautiful polka dot ribbon that I showed you in the beginning, that it is from Walmart. Let me just look for it. And here you can see it. And now I'm going to add it to the bottom of her shoe like this. And a little bit here. Look at that. It's looking so cute. I'm going to cut the excess and I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue here and there so I can add it to her shoe. I made the same thing on the other shoe. And now I'm just gluing them to her. As you can see, we're using again the faux fur, but now we're gonna make smaller triangles, and I'm using my ruler as a measurement. And as you can see, I measured my gnome because I'm making longer triangles. These are her braids. So I'm making a skinny strip or a skinny triangle. Now I'm gonna glue both of them to my gnome. Let me make sure that I don't have excess hair, and I'm gonna glue it over here. A little bit of hot glue, my strip like that, a little bit of hot glue here, and my strip over there. And look at that. She's looking so cute. Okay, now let's take some of this ribbon and make a shoelace bow. And I'm struggling with it like this. As you can see, I'm just wrestling a little bit with my bow. When you have it ready, you're gonna measure it with your gnome, cut the excess. I tied this one with a little bit of this baker's twine, but you don't have to. You just have to glue that to the triangle. It will be a lot easier. But I just wanted to try this and added my bow like that, and I repeated that to the other side. Let me just make sure that it is glued and that it is looking cute. Now I'm just making angle cuts on those leggies, and I'm gonna repeat it with the other side. Now we have half piece of felt cut. vertically. And I'm making a cone to cover her hat or to make her hat. And as you can see, we're making a cone like this. And this would be her hat. Now let me just make sure that it is rounded, and look at that. She's looking so cute. I added a little bit of hot glue on her nose and on the sides, and I glued it. And I'm gonna take another piece to make her brim, the brim of her hat, and I added some rickrack like that, and I'm gonna cut all the excess like this. Then I'm gonna glue it to her hat just like this. If you prefer this method for the hat, you can use this one instead of the first one, and you can give him a bigger hat. So let me just finish with this. Look at that. She's looking so cute. Now we're going to do the pinch method again. And I'm going to add another gingerbread man over here and a pom-pom to the top. Like that. Then I'm going to take the other square that I have to make the arm, and I'm going to fold it once, adding a little bit of hot glue, adding more hot glue, and fold it twice, and we're gonna make the arms as we did with the other one. Cut it in half, measure it, cut the excess, use it as a guide, cut the excess on the other one, make the mittens as we did, folding the piece of felt in half, making a round thingy with a square thingy on the top, and adding hot glue, adding our arm, sandwiching it together like this. And then we're going to add some rickrack to those cute arms. Let me just add here and here. And cut the excess, and I'm going to repeat that with the other one. Now we're going to glue it, and those go under those straps from her dress. And here you can see her, and she's looking so beautiful. But let me know what you think about her in the comments below, because yeah, I told you I'm biased. If you want to buy me some crafting supplies, you will find this link in the description box down below. You don't have to do that. You can support your favorite creator by watching, sharing, and liking their videos. But if you want to buy me crafting supplies, this link, you will find it in the description box down below, and you will get a shout out in my channel. Now for the final reveal, and here you can see them together once more, and I only spent $7 on both of them. Yeah, I just saved like a lot. But I want to know what you think about this beautiful pair of gnomes. So let me know in the comments below, and remember that this is part of the high end for cheap, and in the description box down below you're gonna find the link to the playlist as well as the link to Deco Easy's channel, my beautiful hosts, and to all of the ladies that join. Go and check them out. You're gonna love them. And that's it for today. This is everything I have for you. Remember, let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this, because yeah, I'm biased and I love them. Take care, my beautiful friends. Bye-bye.